Everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So I'm here today to talk about Google I/O, and this is their development conference that comes around once a year. Other places do similar things, like Apple and their WWDC. This is where they announce a lot of stuff that has to do with their software and multiple platforms. They might talk about Chrome OS, they might talk about Android, they might talk about Wear OS, all different things with updates and new things, but also we get cool things like products. And what we can expect, I think, today is a couple of different things, and if they aren't released, they might at least talk about some of them because there are still supply chain issues, and the big one that a lot of people want to know about and want to discuss is the Pixel 6a. I have my good friend the Pixel 6 Pro right here, and this one, of course, all the bells and whistles decked out to the 9s or the 10s or whatever you want to call it, and $899. And then, of course, we have the Pixel 6 at $599. So the popular train of thought is that the Pixel 6a will be $449, $499. Maybe they'll throw something crazy out there and give us a $399 phone, but I really don't think so. But we'll talk about that more in a minute. But likely we're going to see an announcement of the Pixel 6a. I could be wrong. I'm not a leaker. I'm not somebody who goes out and predicts these things, but everything is kind of culminating in this point with the Google I/O conference, and it's very kind of unlike them to have something separate maybe a month or two down the road. So what we're looking at possibly that you guys probably care about is the Pixel 6a, probably going to be announced. If it is announced, it's likely not to go on sale for a while. I'm thinking probably around July timeframe. At least that's what the popular consensus is, because it's just, to my knowledge, isn't ready yet. But it's already gone through the FCC, and there was also leaks and rumors pointing the other day that mass production had started. So maybe a June, July timeframe, and that would be nice. And what we're expecting is the same kind of body style as the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. But what we're looking at on the back is not going to be the 50 megapixel camera, not the new one, but the old 12 megapixel 12.2 that was in the Google Pixel 5 and the 5a and those devices. So a very good camera. And actually one nice thing about that is you don't have the depth of field issues that you get in some of the focus problems with the near focusing on the Pixel 6 and the 6 Pro. So I'm not actually really upset about them using their tried and true camera that they put in other phones. It should be good. And it'll probably have an LCD screen, probably 1080p, maybe a 60 hertz refresh rate. I think it's going to be a good phone. The A-series phones, pretty much, they usually sell like hotcakes, and people really like them because you get all the great stuff that goes with Google, but at a much reduced price point. But it's curious to me where the price point is going to be, because if you put it at $499, that to me doesn't set well, because you can get the Pixel 6 for $599, and it's already been out for 6, almost 7 months. So that one you could probably, I don't think it's going to be $499. It would be a poor decision, I think, for them to do it at $499. But also, we're looking at possibly the Pixel Watch, and a lot of leaks, a lot of rumors, a lot of stuff also pointing to Google's I/O conference for the Pixel Watch, and I'm really excited about that because it's been in the works, in the making for a long time, and hopefully this will coincide with the Wear OS stuff and all that great things that they do, and hopefully this will be announced today, and that would be something exciting. Of course, I say today. If you watch this a week down the road, it's not really going to be relevant. Just Google I/O conference, that's when it's supposed to come out. So we'll see how right I was when we watch this later. So Pixel Watch. Excited about the Pixel Watch. It would be nice to have that kind of product ecosphere that we look at with Samsung, we look at with Apple with their products, because they've got tablets, they've got phones, they've got earbuds, they've got watches, all that stuff. And Google is kind of clawing their way there. And I'd really like to see what they can do with the watch. So Pixel Watch, hopefully announced at Google I/O today. And then also, we have the Pixel Buds Pro, which also leaks, rumors, talks about colors and different stuff, probably active noise cancellation. All we have from the Pixel Buds series is the Pixel Buds A series. And I still have my original Pixel Buds. And they had all sorts of connectivity problems. I honestly hardly ever used them because they would disconnect and cut out all the time. So the Pixel Buds A series were a lot better in that regard. I really enjoyed them. A Pro series would be fantastic because the Pixel Buds are probably just about my favorite as far as comfort, as far as usability with the swiping on the sides to lower the volume and raise it. Lots of cool things. So those three things I would really like to see. Pixel 6a, Pixel Buds, Pixel Watch. And then we're also going to have extensive conversation about Android 13. Android 13 is going to be coming out later this year. The beta is already available publicly, and there are new features, new stuff. So we'll be talking about that. Also probably some feature drop stuff, which we should look to see in June. So I'm hoping that there's going to be cool, exciting stuff. Usually whenever we get into the Google I/O conference, there's a lot of stuff where they talk about the Android 13. They talk about the software stuff. They talk about updates for Chrome, for the watch, for the phones, and all that great stuff. So it would be cool for them to talk about some of the new features. I think we'll see some of that conversation, what we can expect moving forward from the Android devices, and maybe some new things that are going to come to the Pixel phones, which is always great. You get a Pixel phone, every year we're getting new stuff that rolls out to them. So by the time the phone reaches the end of its life cycle, it's a really well-developed phone. It has a lot of cool new stuff that you didn't have on day one. So I like that. Also, we may, I don't know if they'll throw us a curveball. I'd really like to see something about the foldable, the Pixel Book. That would be really cool for them to talk about it. I don't foresee that being launched or announced tomorrow, but maybe some conversational about it, maybe some high-level discussion about foldables, concepts, maybe something moving forward. I would really, really be thrown for a loop if there's any conversation about this tomorrow, but it would be totally cool. That way it kind of gets out there and it's not just the leaks and the rumors and the speculation, but would hammer down something more exciting that people know, hey, this is coming. I would like to see that. Microsoft did something similar to that before the Surface Duo came out. They showed it off while it was in like prototype stage and said it's going to be out next winter, which was like a year away, which was entirely too far. Don't ever announce a product that far away. And then don't fail to deliver on a finished device when you kind of show it off a year earlier. So we'll see what happens. Those are the exciting things. Those are the things that we should expect to see at Google I/O today, or if you see this later on down the road, yesterday or a couple days ago. But Google I/O is a fun time. I'm going actually to a watch party with Team Pixel in New York City. So when you watch this, I will be in the Big Apple. More than likely, if you watch this later on, I won't be in the Big Apple anymore. I haven't really made one of these prospective videos before, but the event happens today. Well, if you're watching this today, May the 11th at noon Eastern time. So that gives you plenty of time to watch this. So I wanted to get this out this morning so you can see it, so you can know what it's about, so you can be excited. There'll be a live video link that you can watch on YouTube, maybe even on the Google website somewhere. But of course, definitely on YouTube, you can watch it. I'll have a follow-up video talking about it, and we'll discuss all the great things that come out. We'll see how right I am about my predictions for it, and we'll see exactly what comes out and gets announced at Google I/O. But this is much more exciting to me than like WWDC with Apple, because I care a lot more about Pixel stuff than I do Apple stuff. So that's all I've got in this one. If you have any questions, you have any comments, then please go to the comment section. We'll talk about them. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.